Hi everyone, welcome to today's video. If you are wondering how to come up with field trip ideas, and if you're wondering how to use Trello for homeschool planning, and if you want to know how to choose and pick curriculum that will best suit your child and your homeschool for next year, definitely this video is going to be for you. So in this video, I'm going to show you how I plan for the following year, how I sit and think about the curriculum that we're going to use, the areas that we need to cover in terms of the state requirements as well, and how I do the thinking process, the behind the scenes before actually purchasing curriculum. I'm going to start a new Trello board from scratch. So you're going to see me plan my board and start my board and develop my board from scratch. So if you want to know how to use Trello a bit better, I'm going to show you the tips in this video. So let us hop onto the computer and let me share my screen with you. So you can start by naming your board Homeschool 2025. Okay, and then I come here. I want to change my background. So let me just go into photos. So you can type in there anything that you want. And look at the pictures and see if there's anything that you like. Let me just say school pink. Because I like to match my things when I create them. So I think I'm gonna pick this one. Do I like it? Okay, we can work with it. So now we need to create our lists. So I'm going to create a list so I first do that, and then I will do read-alouds, then add that list, then I will do field trips, then I will do, so here the last one, I will do stationery list or supplies. Those are my lists added. So now I can just go in and put my subjects. So I will just put one where I say subjects. That one I can put my spaces. I think that looks nicer. And then I will click on this pencil icon. Then I will say change cover. Then I will use my pink. Yeah, I think I want it like that. Then I will put it like that. That makes it way nicer. I will do that with this one as well. I will just say reading. And then I will add that. I will click on the pencil, change the cover, go to the pink one, choose this one, and that's it. And then here, field trips, I will just put adventures. Again, click on the pencil, change cover, my color is pink, and then I will do that. And then I will do stationery. Okay, then I'm gonna add that one, click on the pencil again, change the cover, I want this pink color, there you go, and that. And then I will add the other list as I go on. Now, here are my subjects. My first subject is going to be English. I'm gonna add that, and then the other one is mathematics. My next one is life skills. Then we also have handwriting. Then I have lastly, Afrikaans. So those are the subjects that I have. I just want to move handwriting under English because that goes together. So now I want to put in the curriculum that I have chosen. I haven't chosen curriculum for all of the subjects, but for the ones that I have chosen, I want to go in and I want to put the curriculum that I've chosen as cover so that when I put it, because I'm very visual, so that I can see what I have picked for those curriculums. So now I'm gonna go to Google, and then I'm going to go to the good and the beautiful. I've picked the level 1 curriculum for my daughter because their levels are higher. So the level 1 is not necessarily grade 1. You have to then assess your child and see where your child is and then pick accordingly. So I'm going to copy this image. Then I'm going to go back into my Trello board, and then I'm going to hover over the English. Then I'm going to control paste. I want the picture to be there and the words to be inside the picture, so that's why I changed it. So if you didn't see what I did, I will show you again. And then for the handwriting as well, I've chosen the math. She's going to be using math 2, which is this one. Again, I'm going to copy the image, go back to my Trello board, and do what I did. Hover on it, Control V, Control Paste. Then give it a moment. Then click on the pencil icon, go to change cover and select this one, not this one. I'm going to highlight this one so that it shows in the picture. Okay, then I'm going to save it. So there is what I've chosen for my daughter. And then I go back to look for the handwriting. And with the handwriting, I decided I'm going to start from the beginning. So I'm going to click on the first grade because she's never done their handwriting. I want her to start right in the beginning with their handwriting. So because that's the print one. So I'm going to copy this image and then go back to my Trello board and do as I've done with the others. Control paste. Then I'm going to click on it. Then I'm going to change the cover to this one on my right, and then I'm going to save it. So you see now with my subjects that I've chosen for my grade 2 curriculum picks, I know I'm going to be using the Good and the Beautiful language arts. I'm going to be using their handwriting. I'm also going to be using their math. Now with the life skills I want to go, I just want to create my own thing. With the Afrikaans, I'm going to pick a textbook, regular textbook from P&A. So I'm just going to go to P&A and buy also TP books. So I'm going to just maybe go on Google and see if I can look for something of that nature. You can go on Take a Lot or whatever the case may be. So let me just click and say grade 2 Afrikaans. You see there's the Tippy books, and there's this one for grade 2, and then they have the Sonnengrense. Okay, so I might just get her the Sonnengrense because I have been thinking about it. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to come in here also, I'm going to copy the image, go back to my Trello board again, and for Afrikaans I copy paste that one as well. Okay, I can click here on these 3 dots. And then I can make this the cover. Maybe I can decide to make that the cover and not the other one. But both of them will be in there to show what I want, the books that I want in there for Afrikaans. So I've got an idea that, okay, fine, I've got the Sonnengrense that I want to use for Afrikaans for my grade 2 learner. And then I'm going to go for the Tippy books. Then I've got them in there. Now for life skills, because I want to do something different for life skills, what I will do is I'm going to do a checklist. Why am I doing this checklist? I'm going to do this checklist so that when I go and create my own worksheets, because that's what I'm going to do, I'm going to create my worksheets, I'm going to look for videos, documentaries, we're going to do field trips, we're going to explore life skills outside of a book. So I'm going to do what I'm going to do here, I'm going to do 4 checklists for each term of the content material that needs to be covered. Okay, so this is what you do. You click on checklist, and then you're going to do term 1. Okay, so I'm going to list everything that needs to be covered in term 1, which is what we need to live, myself and others, everyone is special, and then it's healthy living. Okay. Then I'm going to do another checklist because that's all they have to cover in term 1. I'm going to do another one for term 2. In term 2, they need to cover seasons. farming and farm animals. Okay, and then animals and their homes. Okay, then we're going to do term 3. Okay, another checklist. Then we're going to do term 3. Edit. For term 3, we want to cover, I want to add an item. For term 3, we want to cover soil, transport, road safety, people who help us, and okay, they only have 4, and then the last one will be for term 4. Checklist, term 4. Okay, our country, so here they're going to be looking at the flag, the national anthem, occupations, and life at night. So these, I'm assuming, are nocturnal animals, life at night. Okay, so for life skills, this is what I've done. I've just added the checklist, right? So I'm going to continue doing my research, and whatever research that I find, or PDFs, printable that I find, I'm going to attach. So because I want to give you an example of how to attach things, I'm going to again go to Google. And grade in term 1, we're going to cover healthy living, okay, what we need to live. So I see this video here.
Hi kids! Today we will learn what are the basic needs of living things. So let's start. Living things need some basic things. That is, air to breathe, water to drink, food to eat, shelter to live.
Okay, so that is like an example of a video that is available. Say now I want to use this video. I know when I want to do this lesson, probably I want to use this video. So I'm going to click on the share button. I'm going to copy the link. And then I'm going to go back into my Trello board, and then I'm going to go into my life skills, and then I'm going to attach, and then I'm going to paste the link here. And then I'm going to insert the link, and then basic things to live. There we have it. Then I have, when I want to do this lesson, I know that that video is related to the lesson that I want to cover, and then I can allow my daughter to watch this lesson from the Trello itself. We don't have to go and Google, or we don't have to go into YouTube to search for this video, but because we have linked it inside of our Trello board, then it's going to be there. Okay, fine. I think let's move on to the next item, which is the read aloud. I went to Ambleside Online, and then I checked what recommendations they have for year 1, and then I picked some there. So for one, I want us to do Mr. Popper's Penguins as a read aloud. So I'm going to go, I know it's already in my Amazon cart as we speak, so let me just look for it here so that I can attach the photo. Mr. Popper's Penguins. Here is the book. I can copy the image I can go onto the Trello board and put it there, Mr. Okay, let me just first write the books, and then I want us to read Charlotte's Web again. My daughter loves it. We want to do Charlotte's Web again. And then we want to read a child's garden of verses. Right, so here let's I wasn't supposed to open it. Let me just come here and then Control V. There's the book. I will click so that I change the cover so that the words and the picture are one. Okay, so there is that. And then we're gonna go look for Charlotte's Web. Charlotte's Web, I know I don't have to buy because our library has it. I will just copy the image and then go back to the Trello, paste it like that, click on that, change cover to this one and save. Okay, and then another thing, let's just do a child's garden of verses as well. And then, so these are my 3 books from here. Then I've got a selection from The Good and the Beautiful, which I want to go get those books from there. Copy the image, go back. And according to which book I want to start with in the beginning of the year, I can decide if I want to start with this book, I can take it and I can put it as my first book. Then I know which book I want to start with that year. And then once we've covered it, and the nice part is that for every book, if I do this with every book that I want to read at the end of the year, then to a certain degree, I don't need to fill out a reading log. I can fill out a reading log at the end of the term, because I would have seen, okay, fine, we've read this book, and then maybe I will have maybe a list here that says books that are done, or maybe I will, this is the board I'm using to plan. I will have my actual board for the lessons, because the actual board for my lessons, I will then open up and check if I've got 50 lessons for handwriting. I will do a checklist for every lesson, and every day as my daughter does those lessons, I will check them off, and that way then I will be keeping track of our progress. So even on that board, the one that I will check off the lessons, I will then also have a list of completed books, and then whenever I finish reading a book, I can then move that book onto there. Let's move along to the field trips so that we don't waste time. The way I'm going to pick out my field trip ideas for next year will be based on my life skills, because I've done a list of the content which my daughter needs to cover for life skills according to the state requirements. I then look and I say, okay, fine, in term 1 she'll be looking at what we need to live, herself and others, everyone is special, okay, and healthy living. So I'm thinking about that, and then I'm gonna be thinking, okay, fine, what field trip can I do with my daughter? What project can I do with my daughter that will add to the education, the overall education that I'm gonna be giving her? For that term 1, then I'm thinking maybe we can go to the grocery store, and then I can add that card. Okay, fine, we wanna go to the grocery store as a field trip, and then I'm going to put in the description there. Why are we going there? Purpose. Okay, then I can put my purpose here. I want us to go there because I want to teach her on how to shop or select healthy food. Okay, and then project ideas that we can do for term 1. Now we can, let me just do a bullet list. Project ideas, we can plant a vegetable garden. Okay, we can also make a fruit salad, cheese, and yogurt. Okay, so those are the projects that we can do. So I can then teach my daughter about healthy eating, and then these are the things that we can do. Okay, let me just save that. All right, and then so that's one. We can go to the grocery store, and then I also put that there. Okay, and then maybe we can even visit the dairy farm. And then let me just add another card and say term 1. Let me just make that a bit different to show that these are my term 1 field trips. So term 1, I'm going to change the label. I'm going to make it pink, but I'm going to make it this way so that it looks different. Then I put it there. So for term 1, that's what I'm planning on doing. So I'm going to do another card and say that is going to be for term 2. Term 2 add card. Let me make it again like that to show that it is a border. Okay, then term 2. So for term 2, because we're going to be looking at the seasons, we're going to be looking at farming and farm animals and their homes. So I think for that one, we can visit a farm. Okay, we can visit a farm, and we can also go to the lion park. We've never been to the lion park. They've been to the zoo a couple of times, so I don't want to do the zoo. I want to do something different. No, the zoo we can go for zoo trip, zoo, book, moonlight tour. We can book for the moonlight tour. That one is where add. Let me just make a note there to see all the nocturnal animals. Okay, full stop. And then I'm going to save that. Okay, so you see already I'm brainstorming what field trip ideas we can do. And this is just me, the beginning. And every month or every time I have an idea, I will open this board and I'm going to put it in there, right? And then, excuse me, for term 3, then I can do term 3. I can add that one as well, and then I can change the cover, and then I'm going to make it like that. And then term 3, they're going to be covering soil, transport, road safety, people who help us. For that one, we can visit OR Tambo, airport, so that she's used to cars, she sees bicycles, motorcycles. I want her to see other modes of transport that are available, so we can do an OR Tambo airport field trip. We could also do go on the Gautrain. Okay, that will be another experience. Go on the Gautrain to learn about transport. Okay, and then the last but not least is going to be for term 4. Let me just do the border again, or like a tab. And then for that one, we will do, because term 4, we're going to be covering our country, occupations, and communication, life at night. Okay, so maybe we can go to the Apartheid Museum. Okay, and then another thing that maybe we can do for a field trip, okay, life at night, we would have done also the zoo, moonlight tour. We could do the museum, and for occupations, I'll think of something that we can do regarding that. Then the next, the nice part is that the reason why I love planning in Trello is, say for example, we decide that we want to go to the dairy farm. I can put a date, okay? that will be next year. I can put a date here and say we're gonna go to the dairy farm. When will we be learning about healthy foods? Okay, maybe towards the end of the first term. So probably we can go maybe the first week of March. And then I can come here and say, okay, fine, we will do that field trip on the 7th of March. Then I can put the field trip date there, and then I can put the time. I can say we will go there at 9 o'clock. Okay, and then I can set a reminder to say it can remind me 10 minutes before, or whatever the case may be, and I can save it. And you see it's got a time. Then I can actually see when we are doing this field trip. Then I can plan like that. And look how I am pairing my trips. They are intentional, they are strategic, because I'm looking at what she is going to cover for life skills, because I don't want everything for her life skills to be just curriculum based and just that. And then another thing that I can do also, because I've done the curriculum, I've done the reading, I've done the field trips, the stationery supplies. Obviously, each and every curriculum will probably in the front will come with materials that I need to buy. I can either print those pages and go with them, or I can decide to corral, because some things are just going to be duplicates. I can just decide to write all that here. I do have a spot where I can put that list. I'm not going to do the list today. Okay, so another thing that I also may put on this board is my child's progress. Okay, I can put progress there. Okay, and then I can add that list, and then I can be putting there my child's strengths and weaknesses. Okay, then I can add the card. Then I'm gonna do what I did with the other ones, just to make it look cohesive, and save it. Okay, I don't like the way it looks, but I'll just leave it for now. Okay, so maybe I can just say that, okay, fine, I want to give my child more reading practice. Okay, because I feel like maybe my child, when it comes to phonics, she is not very strong in that area. So I can just put there, okay, fine, phonics. Okay, maybe say pay attention to phonics, or phonetic awareness. Okay, so because I have this there, I then realize, okay, my daughter needs more practice here. So let me just go online. I've been looking at the Good and the Beautiful again. The level 1 is going to come with reading booster program. That's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for the booster program because I want to work on that before we even start our school year. So that's something that I want to do, because remember, I am planning with my child in mind. I want to really hone in those skills. Okay, so I want to get the booster cards. We're doing the booster B cards with the curriculum that I'm getting for her. So I'm thinking, all right, maybe I need to do this with her. I'm going to copy this image just as a reminder, and I'm going to come here, and then I'm going to paste it there. Or maybe say phonetic awareness, more practice, right? You know that your child needs more practice, okay? And then maybe you will go over the CVC words, maybe you'll go over books to read, maybe you'll go through a holiday reading program. Another thing that we can do is a holiday reading program, just to boost that. Okay, and then maybe I can select nice books for my child that she can read during the holiday, so that it can boost those weak areas, right? And those weak areas can be strengthened. So I'm going to go back here and then shop for books. Bookshop. I'm going to go to the bookshop. And then I want all the level 1 readers. No, level 2. I want level 1 and 2 readers. Okay? Because the level, they put it there, I'm just going to select level A, level 1, level 2, level 2B. So I'm going to look at them. I know my daughter, so I'm going to look at books that she's actually going to want to read. So I'm going to copy this one and add it to, so that when I buy, I know which ones to get for her. Lena's Toes. Okay, so she can do the holiday program, and I can just change the cover there and make it this one, make it that, to show that this is going to be the holiday reading program for her. Okay, then I can add more books to that. Let me just take this one and put it this side because it has other things there. Okay, let me just go back and then look for other books. There were like some other ones that she showed me that she wanted to read. So I'm just quickly, I'm actually doing this for real. So I had to do this for myself. I just thought, okay, fine, if I'm gonna do it, why not film it? Because maybe it might help someone. So I'm actually doing this for real. It's not like an example. Okay. I think these ones, the Maria's series. But I want to get something very on a lower level for her. So here's now something very nice that I want to also show you that you can do in Trello. So some of them I did them off camera, but I want to show you with this one. Say for example, I've selected, we are now looking at the read-alouds, right? So some read-alouds, we do have them in our home library. Some read-alouds, we have them in a local library, and some read-alouds I need to buy. So how will I know which ones we have, which ones we need to buy? I can then create labels. So you can, let me just show you, this was like this initially before I tampered with it. So the thing is, you see this one, I already did the label. This one, we have it in our home library. I already did the label. But if the cover is like this, it doesn't then show you the label. So you have to then change the cover back to this type of a setup where it shows you the writing at the bottom. I just don't like that it shows you that it has an attachment at the bottom. But you will see if you want to edit a label, right? This Mr. Popper's Penguins we don't have. I want to buy it. So I will come here and then I will say create new label. I will choose, maybe I want this subtle pink. I will choose that and then I will put to buy. This one we need to buy. And then I will create that label. It's checked. Then I will say save. Now it has that label that I need to buy this one, right? The first one, we have it in our home library. Charlotte's Web, we have it at the local library. Are these colors the same? Okay, then I will need to change this color. Okay, so the way you change your labels, if you want to edit, you see they look the same. So I can just go here on the little pencil and I can delete that one, delete it all together and save. Okay, it needs to be deleted. Let me go inside and pick that and then uncheck it because it is deleted. Okay, so I want to create another new label and say this one is at our local library. Okay, and I want to create a new label. We used the other, I think this pink we haven't used it, the bold pink. So I'll create that label. And yes, that's it. So when we close it, we're gonna see, you know, I wanted to show that this one we have it at a local library. This one we already own this book, and this one we need to buy. So maybe I can move this one and say, okay, fine, I have the first 2 books, and then I will buy this one maybe later on. Okay, but where's the... I think I deleted this one as well. So I'll need to create the label. You get to see it again. Edit label. We say create new label. We choose this subtle pink and we say to buy. And then we create that label. To buy, it's checked, and then we save it. There you go. So this one we need to buy. This one is at our local library, and this one is at our home library. It brings about organization. Let's just recap. These are the subjects that my daughter will be covering for next year. Afrikaans and everything else, it's laid out. Okay. And then the read-alouds that she's going to the read-alouds that we're going to do next year. These are not all the read-alouds that we're going to read. I'm going to put in after this video. I will then populate all the read-alouds that I want to do. I don't want to do a spoiler alert because I am gonna film and show you an unboxing of next year's curriculum. So I've shown you half of it. I don't want to show you everything so that the video is exciting. So that is why I'm just putting in the stuff that I know. These ones, they're not gonna be a big deal because the stuff that we already have or we're gonna get from the library. The field trips, we went through the field trips together, and the growth areas, I'm going to then put in whatever it is that we are going to do. And the last one, I can just say extra. This one, it will be extracurricular activities, extra mural activities. Okay, I'm gonna add that, and then I'm gonna say I'll just do extramural again. Okay, add the card, change the cover. It's this one. Save. Okay, so here my daughter wants to do gymnastics, so I will put then everything that she wants or needs for gymnastics here, whatever whatever list they give me and the stuff that I need to get. I will put visuals there to show that this is what is happening, so that when I do open up this board, and let me just put the extracurricular at this side because the stationery doesn't really matter. But now you get the gist of it. We started with a blank board, but now when I come and open up this board, I can see this is what my daughter will be doing in terms of curriculum. These are the books that she's going to be reading. These are the field trips that we are going to be looking into for the next year. And these are the growth areas, the areas that I want her to be developed before we even start the new year. And then these are the extramural activities she's interested in doing. So hopefully I showed you a couple of things that are going to be key takeaways for you. Hopefully this video was provided some sort of value to your homeschool and your planning for the next year. I don't know if you've noticed, but for me, planning and organizing are things that I love to do. I thought I was going to make this one video with my grade 6 learner, showing you what I need to cover for her. I actually went as far as going to the library to even get books for the content material she needs to cover for next year. Just planning and seeing what is available in our home library, what is available in the local library, and what do I need to buy. So these are the things I usually do before I buy, because I don't want to waste money. So I think first, and I plan and I ask myself, okay, what is necessary? What is it that they love, that they want to do? And then how can I merge that together? And what is my teaching style? What is my kids' learning style? And how can I merge everything together so that the following year becomes a success? So let me know in the comment section down below, would you like to see me planning for my grade 6 learner? Because hers is going to be totally different from this. First and foremost, she has 6 subjects, and then it's going to be more extensive than this. So just let me know if you would want to see me plan for her, or this was sufficient enough. I did this video and I thought to film it because I know there's some who asked me to do a Trello tutorial, and I felt like if I can start from scratch and build the board while I'm filming it, then you will see how I do everything. Hopefully I showed you most of the stuff that I do. And then what I will do as well is that I will film when I've received the material and how I plan to use it and structure the board for next year for our homeschool. That one is going to include power-ups. So that is more this is actually beginner Trello. So the more intermediate side of Trello, I'm going to show you how to use power-ups, because then I will use power-ups for our boards and show you how to apply those power-ups. So thank you so much for watching this video. If you're not yet subscribed, join the family. If this was very valuable and informative to you, give it a like. And if you want to see more, or if you're interested in a video that I haven't done, leave it in the comment section down below. Tell me which video you would love to see me do. What are the key areas in your homeschool that you're struggling with? Let's talk about that. And I think I should do a video about the changes that have come with the Bella Bill, because registration is a bit different now that certain things are in place because of the Bella Bill. So I think I'm going to do that video very soon. But moving forward, I'm going to do unboxing for next year's curriculum, and then we're gonna move on to some homemaking content. That's it for me, guys. Thank you so much for joining me today. Hope you enjoy the rest of your day, and God bless you.